Hello, this is Anna and welcome to Picky Eaters 911. So my children have been invited to a Christmas party and everybody's bringing, seems like, a lot of sweets, and so I thought it might be fun to bring a child's favorite, which is pizzette, little small pizzas, and I thought I'd make them even more fun if, since it's the Christmas season, to cut them into little star shapes, and that would make it more interesting for the children. But also I have some surprises in these pizzette. The children won't know, but it'll make your moms and dads real happy. Okay, I'm getting started, and what I'm going to start here with is some semolina flour, which this is, basically what this is cornmeal. And I like to work with cornmeal when I make pizza or pizzette because it has a little crunch to it, and it just makes the pizzette have a nice little extra crunch to it on the bottom. So that makes it nice. Now I'm just starting with store-bought pizza because these days you can get really nice store-bought pizza dough, and you don't have to make it from scratch. Used to make it from scratch, but now we do it quicker. Okay, so I bought this dough and I had it in the refrigerator, and then what I do about half an hour to an hour before I'm going to work with it, I set it out on the counter. I take it out of its plastic, set it out on the counter so that it becomes nice and pliable. You want something that you can work with nicely. So I'm just going to roll it out and make it nice and flat. I like my pizzette nice and flat so they get crunchy on the bottom, and that's how they make them in Italy. And I think in Italy they know what they're doing. They've been making pizza for a very long time. Okay, so there we have it rolled out. It's nice and thin. See, that's about the consistency you want. And then I have my little shapes, my little stars. So I'm going to cut out some little stars out of my pizza dough. Isn't that cute? There's a little star. So I'm going to keep doing that. Got a couple of these here, which makes it go a little faster. And I think that's a cute little way to make a little pizzetta. Makes it a little more interesting than your usual little pizzetta. Sometimes it doesn't cut through well the first time. Just kind of go like this. Swish it around, and then it pulls away from all the corners there, and then you get your little guy. And set aside. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going with my little pizzette, and I'm just going to keep cutting them out, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so now I have a lot of my little stars out here, and I have them just on a baking dish, all set up like that. See, there you can see them. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on them, extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to put that on there to keep them nice and moist when they're in the oven. So you don't want them to get their little edges burned. And we have it on a high oven. I have the temperature set to 475. You don't want to lose that pretty star shape. I find if you just kind of go into the points, then it keeps the shape of the star nice and pretty. I'm going to just sprinkle these with a little granulated garlic powder to give them a little extra flavor. Okay, now into the oven they go. Okay, well, my cute little stars have been in the oven at 475 for 4 minutes, and I just took them out, and I want you to take a look. Here they are, and I have them on a cooling rack, and you see how cute they turned out. And some of these were a little bit puffy, like this one. When you first get it out of the oven, you can just kind of push down on it while it's still warm to make sort of a concaveness to it, so when you put your fillings in it, then the fillings will stay. So you can do that after the fact, no big deal. Okay, next for our sauce. Okay, so next step, I have some cauliflower florets here that I have just washed, and I put them into a little baking dish that's going to go into the microwave. Okay, next up, while the cauliflower is steaming, and it's going to steam until it's nice and soft, I have here nothing less than now some zucchini that I have peeled, and now I'm cutting into little pieces. And these are also going to get steamed and till they are just making this one a little smaller. Just tender to the fork, nice and soft. You want them nice and soft. Okay, if you have a steamer, you can put these in a steamer. Otherwise, you can just put a couple tablespoons of water, cover it with a plate, and pop it in the microwave. Okay, to my food processor, I'm adding all of that cauliflower that we steamed. And in addition to that, I'm going to add the zucchini, which is also known as Italian squash. In that goes. I know it seems weird, but it's all going to come together. What I'm doing is I'm pureeing these two vegetables together, and we're making a nice, soft, wonderful, healthy puree, to which I'm going to add some garlic and fresh cracked salt to flavor. Now we scrape down the sides, we flavored it, and another whiz we go. Okay, now for a taste. That's good. It's still a little chunky, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to give it another whirl. Okay. That's perfect. Completely pureed, no little pieces. Okay, I'm back. Now comes the really fun part. Okay, watch this. Okay, into my cup here, I'm going to put a heaping spoon and then another heaping spoon of my puree. Okay, and now to this, I'm going to add 15 ounces of organic tomato sauce. Okay, all that is tomato sauce and a little bit of salt. And you mix that all together. Okay, mix that really well, just like that. So all that wonderful puree of our zucchini and our cauliflower mixes into our tomato sauce. Okay, now so here these have all been mixed together really well, and now I'm going in for the taste. I'm telling you, you cannot tell there are vegetables in this. I promise you. Look at my eyes. I would not lie to you. You cannot taste the vegetables in this. But you're getting all these great vegetables, two very healthy vegetables, plus the tomato, of course, into your kids. And they won't even know it. They won't even know it. And I'm tasting it like this. We haven't even put the cheese and all the other goodies on top. So now we have all of this wonderful puree left, and you don't want to waste this. Now I just put 2 heaping tablespoons into this tomato sauce, but you want to save this. You want to have this on hand because you can put this in so many other recipes. So what I do is I actually can put it into ice cube trays, and then I freeze it in the freezer, and whenever I need some, I just take out what I need and I let it defrost, and then I put it into my dish. So you can do that. Or if you plan on using it sooner, you can just put it in a Ziploc bag. You could put it in the refrigerator, and it keeps real well in the freezer for quite a long time. And in the fridge, you could keep it a couple days, and it would be just fine. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, now for the fun part. Now we get to assemble. So here I have my cute little stars that are cooled out of the oven. Okay, so I'm just going to show you two because my daughter's party is tomorrow morning. And so I've done all the extra work this morning just to get this all done. And, you know, all this, the prep work, you can do a day ahead. That's what's really fun about these. Now here we've got our delicious, mysterious, healthy sauce that we're going to put on top of our little pizzette, our little pizza stars. Yeah, just like that. And then I have a couple different choices here. Here I have some salami that I kind of rolled up. You could put that on there. You know, I just rolled it up and then I cut it sort of into ribbons. And it falls apart a little bit, but no big deal. It's all gonna cook in the oven together and melt together and be delicious. So, and you know, you can make these in a variation of flavors. You know, the sky's the limit. Now here on top, I'm going to put a little bocconcino. And what that is, it's one of these. It's one of these Italian little mozzarella balls that they come in the water. They come in this, it's this product here, ciliegine. And I like to use this. It's very delicious, and it's very it's low-cal. You know, not that kids care about that, but maybe if you're watching what you put in your kids' bodies, and maybe they're eating a little bit too much candy, you want to keep it leaner, that's a good choice. On this one, I just kind of sliced up a little bit of cheddar cheese. Okay, so those are just two examples of what you can do, but the sky is the limit. Just put on there whatever you want. Have a variation of things that makes it interesting for the kids. And the nice thing about these, like I said before, is that you can make these little stars ahead of time, and then you can just put them in a Ziploc baggie and even set them on the counter overnight because they're cooked. So, you know, they're not gonna be perishable overnight. Then in the morning, you add all your little goodies that you want to have on there, and you just pop them in the oven, and it'll be done in minutes, and you can bring it to the party when everything's still warm. Okay, so here these two are, and they're going to go into a 500-degree oven, and we're just going to watch them because they're going to go fast. As soon as everything is melted on top, they're done. Okay, so here they are. Here are a couple of my little pizza stars, and they just came out of the oven. I had it on broil just till the cheese melted, and aren't they cute? Okay, so here they are. I have to choose one of these to sample. Poor me, I have to be the quality control girl. It's such a terrible job, but somebody's got to do it. Let's see, let me start with this one. This is my cheddar cheese one. You hear that crunch? It's really good. I love that one. Now, I may as well try them both. Since the kids aren't here, I may as well have to be the one to do it. Now this one has the mozzarella cheese, the bocconcino, and it has the little slices of salami. I like that. You have to try this recipe. It's really fun. The kids are going to love it. You're going to get good food in them, and they will never know the difference. So between you and me, what the kids don't know won't hurt them. And in this case, what the kids don't know is actually going to do them a lot of good. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. I always enjoy them. Thank you. Ciao.